Welcome along. I'm going to have a bit of a rant on this one on Analista de la Liga. I've gone through the team selections, the tactics, the team news, injured players returning, players missing through injury. I've gone through all that, and I'm going to go for the fact that this is a different Clasico. We had 3 English players that could be playing in this game, and I'm sure they all 3 will take part. You know, I think Trent Alexander-Arnold is a push to start. He's been out for 6 weeks. Danny Carvajal was back. He's only been out for 4, so I think Carvajal starts. I think that maybe Trent Alexander will come on for 25, 30 minutes. It might be a job share for the right backs who are both returning from injury. Rashford probably will start, and Jude Bellingham will definitely start. So it's not often we get 3 English players playing in a Clasico. Arguably the biggest club game in world football. The most anticipated, the most watched probably in world football. And this is because of the history of the 2 teams. It's because they are always filled with blockbuster Hollywood footballers, and it's I think it's great. It's fantastic news for England and Thomas Tuchel that we have 3 English players that possibly will be playing in this Clasico. Now my rant is most people don't see it that way. I've watched every Real Madrid and Barcelona game I probably haven't missed a game for 18 years. You know, I miss the odd La Liga game, with all due respect to some of the teams in it. If I'm working, it clashes with kick-off times. I've watched highlights, but I'd never miss a Real Madrid or Barcelona game. So I've seen every game that Jude Bellingham has played for Real Madrid. I've seen every game that Rashford has played for Barcelona. And I've seen every game that Trent Alexander-Arnold has played so far for Real Madrid. And I don't recognise the criticisms towards... I get... It's going to be a hate fest for a lot of people on Sunday afternoon. There's a lot of jealousy involved with Liverpool supporters seeing Trent Alexander-Arnold playing for Real Madrid, leaving to go to Real Madrid. There's a lot of jealousy involved with Marcus Rashford. With Man United supporters feel that he was underachieving and he's gone to one of the biggest teams in the world, biggest clubs in the world. The Jude Bellingham, I get that. I get that frustration from Man United fans and Liverpool fans. They don't want to lose their players. We had it with Spurs. We lost Modric. We lost Bale. It was in a hate fest when they were playing for Real Madrid. But I get it. It can manifest itself that way. But Jude Bellingham, I just don't get it. I mean, he's 19 years of age. He won the... Oh, actually, I do understand why it is, and I'll explain that later. Jude Bellingham won the Bundesliga Player of the Year at 19. He won the La Liga Player of the Year at 20. We've got all the stats. We've got all the facts. We've got all the figures. Having watched every single game Jude Bellingham has played for Real Madrid, and listen, I'd only watched him play for England. I'm too busy watching Spanish football to be watching the Bundesliga. I watched the odd Champions League game when he was playing and was really impressed, and then of course he ends up going to Real Madrid, and then I watch him every week. The guy is a sensational footballer. There is no doubt he's blown me away since he joined the club. The way he's handled everything, the way he's played, the way he conducts himself. I think he's becoming a leader at 22 years of age of Real Madrid. And that's not easy. Players older than him, with more experience, have gone to Real Madrid and buckled. It hasn't worked. Jude Bellingham walked in from day one, and he looked like he'd been there 5 years. So it frustrates me hugely that his ability is questioned, his attitude is questioned, from people who don't watch Real Madrid. They watch the odd Champions League game. You know, they're watching the Premier League stuff, reporters. Craig Hope, the Daily Mail reporter, I think it's Craig Hope, it's battering him every single time. And we call him for players that are good players for England, but they're not Jude Bellingham. And there seems to be a campaign to criticise him for every aspect of his game, to get stuck into his family, to get stuck into his brother. And I just don't get it. It's an English thing. We build players up, we knock them down. We should be proud of Jude Bellingham. And the criticisms I see, it's not warranted. You know, his attitude is this, his attitude is that. His attitude has been superb since joining Real Madrid. Yes, he's had 1 or 2 moments with referees, we've all done it. And he's only been 20, 21, 22 years of age. He'll learn. and he'll improve on that front, but it's not a major issue. He hasn't been sent off 25 times for Real Madrid. It's happened once or twice. Yeah, does he ever go at one or two of his teammates? There's nothing wrong with that. I grew up in an era where you were scared to play with some of your teammates. You were scared to make a mistake because some of those teammates would get on your back. So it taught you right from wrong. You learned good habits. There's nothing wrong with teammates having a go at each other, as long as it's done in the right way. So he's demanding. He demands his high levels from his teammates, and to walk into Real Madrid and do that with all the stars there at 20, 21 and 22 and become a leader is incredible. So I'm looking forward to seeing all three. I want all three to do well. I want Rashford to do well for Barcelona. I want Trent Alexander-Arnold to do well for Real Madrid. And I want Jude Bellingham to continue playing the way he has done for Real Madrid. So if anybody thinks that Real Madrid, Tuchel is not going to take Jude Bellingham to the World Cup, that Jude Bellingham is not going to start for England in the World Cup, then they need to give their head a wobble. Jude Bellingham's a fantastic player. Alexander-Arnold is a fantastic player. Rashford is a fantastic player. We've got three English players that could probably taking part in the Clasico. Embrace it. Don't be jealous. And as I say, I think that the issue with the jealousy regarding Jude Bellingham is the fact he's turned down big clubs in England. The biggest clubs wanted him. I think he turned down Manchester United, who went to Dortmund. There was talk of Liverpool signing him when he left Dortmund. And he's chose to take his career on a different path. The fact that he's turned the Premier League down twice is the reason why, I believe, is the reason why he gets far, far too much criticism. And some of it is personal. So, people, give your head a wobble. He's a brilliant player. And look forward to seeing what he can do in the Clasico. He's already done it on a number of occasions. Major impact in Clasicos. So I'm looking forward to seeing them all play on Sunday afternoon. You can see it live on Premier Sport. 3:15 kick-off in the UK.